Challapalli village in the Divi Seema region in Andhra Pradesh is now known as Swachha Sundara Challapalli. Thanks to the unceasing efforts of the doctor couple, Dr.T.Padmavati and D.R.K.Prasad and their team of committed volunteers, a clean and green drive is going on non-stop in the village for over 4.5 years now. And it all began with a simple belief that clean environment and good health are essential for a productive life. Prior to 2014, lack of sanitation and unhygienic conditions was a way of life here. Although the Padmavathi hospital established by the doctor couple had a steady stream of people coming for various health consultations, the surrounding roads and lanes were always unclean with slush and garbage all over. Open defecation was rampant. This led to spread of diseases. Dr. Prasad gave the matter a great deal of thought. Ending open defecation could be one major solution to the problem. How can this be done? This is where the opportunity lay in doing things differently. Every morning from 3:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m., with the help of local people, both Dr. Prasad and Dr. Padmavati stood with folded hands at the entrance of the lane that led to their hospital. It was a silent appeal to the people not to defecate in the open. This they did at a stretch for 11 months without a single day's break. Slowly, the people started understanding. Open defecation was reduced to zero. But that wouldn't suffice. Something more needed to be done to improve the overall sanitation in the village. He browsed through preventive and social medicine. A sentence caught his attention. Systematic garbage collection, cleaning the drainages, and scientific garbage management were equally important measures that require immediate attention. In 2014, the Government of India launched Swachha Bharat Abhiyan program, and it was followed by Government of Andhra Pradesh setting up the Swachha Andhra mission. Dr. Prasad took a pledge to sweep the roads in Challapalli 5 days a week for a period of 1 year. Initially, Dr. Padmavati was not convinced with his idea, but after just few weeks, she plunged headlong into the sanitation drive undertaken by her husband. Together, they began an anti-filth crusade. To begin with, 15 like-minded friends joined them daily to take up cleaning of roads and drains from 4:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. It came as a great sanitary awakening and had a tremendous impact in modifying the behavior of people. Buoyed by the success, Dr. Prasad and his team decided to integrate the community with a sanitation revolution that would add up much-needed dynamism to the challenge of meeting sustainable development goals. Soon 200 people joined the voluntary work. Thus, the Swachha Sundara Challapalli movement commenced in November 2014 and 4 years hence is still going on non-stop. Since the scope of work increased, Kosam Manam Trust was formed to sustain the work. This way, money could be voluntarily pooled in to promote the activities. It also became a body for professional voluntary work. The work began with strongly held beliefs. Everyone counts. Everyone has a role to play. And all do better when they work together. Each day, early in the morning before dawn break, with the headlights on and with brooms, shovels, crowbars and other implements in their hands, the team of committed volunteers clean the roads and drains, take care of garbage disposal, plant trees in and around the village and so on. The efforts are directed entirely towards general cleanliness, garbage and refuse disposal. Hitherto, as per the norms laid down by the Panchayat, garbage was collected daily from the main roads and once a week or once a fortnight from the wards. As a result, the garbage bins were perennially overflowing and people were habituated to throw garbage on the roads. To regulate this, in May 2015, Kosam Manam Trust obtained permission from the Grama Panchayat to adopt 5 wards to undertake sanitation work. To do this, tractors and trucks were purchased and drivers, coordinators, sanitation workers and Grama Deepikas were appointed. The Grama Deepikas visited each house in the ward and collected the names and phone numbers of the residents and informed them about the garbage collection date and time in their respective lanes. Garbage collection went on in full swing. Gradually, the scenario in the 5 wards changed. The trust went a step ahead and adopted the main road for cleaning twice a day. It employed 12 sanitation workers. The Panchayat decided to pay for 6 people. By now, the expenditure at the trust rose to 5.5 lakh rupees per month. Realizing the fact that until daily jobs like garbage collection and disposal are undertaken by professional sanitation workers, voluntary work cannot be sustained, Dr. Padmavati organized a meeting with the Panchayat sanitation workers to understand their problems. She found their monthly take-home was woefully low. She came forward to pay them regular salary out of her pocket and also took care of their health needs. This came as a boon to the workers. They worked with renewed vigor. Challapalli is a fairly big village and has a sizable floating population. The lone bus stand in the village was bereft of basic facilities like drinking water, toilets, etc. Besides, it wore a dilapidated look. Dr. Padmavati took up the initiative to remodel the bus stand. To do this, she sold her jewelry. The money thus raised was utilized to redo the bus stand, construct toilets, provide drinking water facility and develop 4 small gardens in the premises. The toilets are maintained by the workers appointed by the trust, and so is the surrounding garden. By now, under Dr. Padmavati's supervision, tree plantation and beautification of the village was in full swing. The trust constructed roadside gardens, beautified electric poles, laid paver tiles all along the sidewalks and planted more than 5,000 plants in Challapalli. An underground drainage was also built. Roadside garbage heaps have transformed into small gardens with flowering plants. Water tankers are being used for watering the plants daily. By now, the trust had a retinue of staff, supervisors, drivers, gardeners, chowkidars, sanitary workers, etc. All inclusive, the expenses steadily grew to the tune of 5 lakh rupees per month. Chowkidars worked 24/7 on an 8-hour shift to restrict people from defecating in the open in different pockets in the village. As a part of social process, collective action played an important role. On 29th of April 2017, Challapalli was declared an ODF village. One pay-and-use toilet has come up in NTR Park and another in Nagayalanka Road. RTC built the other one. Challapalli has a dump yard and graveyard on a 4.5-acre piece of land. A few years ago, the garbage collected from the village got dumped here. This resulted in not only ecological concerns but also health hazards faced by the residents of nearby areas. Kosam Manam team took upon themselves to clear the dump yard. Together, they cleaned, spruced up and transformed the dump yard into a beautiful garden. They constructed a vermicompost unit and built a graveyard with the money allocated by the Panchayat, which became the admiration of the rest of the region. All along, Kosam Manam placed the community center stage. The emphasis on the community has been the most important factor in the success of Swachha Sundara Challapalli. In just over 4 years, they collectively ushered in exemplary ideas and followed them to fruition. Doctors D.R.K.Prasad and T.Padmavati have done it all and done it well.
I have been practicing here in Challapalli since the past 30 years. In addition to doing medical practice, I am a volunteer in Swachha Sundara Challapalli movement since the past 1600 days nearly. Myself and my husband Dr.D.R.K.Prasad, we both of us took a decision in this Swachha Sundara Challapalli movement to spend every rupee what we earn from our hospital towards the development of Challapalli village, to improve the sanitary conditions and to beautify the village and to improve the health of the people also. Because as doctors, it is our responsibility to prevent the disease rather than to treat the disease. Swachha Bharat, the entire sanitation is dependent on the sanitary workers of the whole country. I want to advise the government to enhance the living standards of sanitary workers so that they can do their work very well and make the sanitation perfect in their respective fields. In Swachha Sundara Challapalli movement, the average age span of the volunteers is around 45 to 50 years. What I want is the younger generation, they should come forward to act in this movement very actively. I made an attempt to bring the youth, the students into this movement by doing happy Sunday programs in our Challapalli village.
Our goal is to aim clean, green and beautiful Challapalli. We started with 15 members on the first day, but later 200 members joined in our work. We have small problem initially. Few of our villagers used to criticize us initial days, but after a year, many people, almost all of the villagers encouraged us to do our work. We used to work from morning 4:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. We are still doing it from 4 years, 4 months, from morning 4:30 to 6 a.m. So what we do is we clean the roads, we do jungle clearance, we do plantation also. Our morning work is purely voluntary. Our goal of the cleanliness is twofold. One is to sensitize the people to put the garbage into dry and wet waste and hand it over to the local bodies, tractor or rickshaw or sanitary worker. This we achieved almost. The second thing is the local body should develop a system to collect the garbage from every household in at least 1 in 2 days. We should complete this goal also within 6 months. We need support from philanthropists to encourage this movement. In short, sanitation must be the way of life, not only in Challapalli but in the entire world.
All these activities have had a rippling effect. Soon the neighboring villages, Gantasala, Avanigadda and Nagayalanka adopted the Challapalli model. Many see it as a success story. For the Kosam Manam team, it is a way of life, developing a passion for clean environment and good health.